Everyone, so it's so funny, and I think it was totally meant to be. I totally believe like in whatever. What's the word? Meant to be-ness? Anyway, so I was actually going to start a sourdough starter tomorrow with my kids. I wanted us to like start experimenting with it and seeing what we thought and just like making some more of our own stuff. So the other day we made pizza dough by scratch, and it was fantastic. And it was just using yeast, and my kids like totally loved it. They were totally into the whole process. They hung through the entire thing, which I think sometimes having your kids interested in making dough isn't always there. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna make a sourdough starter tomorrow because I had this big, huge, beautiful jar. It was sugar. We lost the lid, and we've had this big jar forever. And last night I was at a Halloween bunko party, and the lady had her sourdough starter on the counter, and I was like, oh my gosh. We were going to start doing that tomorrow. Or Monday, sorry. So it's Saturday, I said about Monday. And so she brought to church today and gave me her discard from today because she had fed her sourdough today. And so I've got this huge, awesome jar of starter that she's already been like having it going and going and going. So I'm so excited. But as you can see, literally, like when I was at church, it was like to here, and now a few hours later, it's like up to here. So it's growing, and it's obviously way too much for this little jar. So it's the big moment. We're going to put our gifted sourdough starter, totally meant to be, such a blessing, into our now own jar. She follows, and I do too, it's Acts of Sourdough here on Instagram. I have never used or done sourdough before, and like I've been low-key like watching a few accounts because they keep coming up my feed like as things I might be interested in, and I don't have a spatula right here, and so I have been like watching and like quietly just watching from the corner. And previously I had never gotten into sourdough because mostly because I was like, it's not that it's time consuming, but like you had to be present, and we used to travel so much and or be out on adventures or be doing these different things where I was like, I just don't want to accidentally ruin it or have anything happen, and I've put all this time into something and now it's just like garbage, right? But now's the time. I'm not working, so we're home. Yes, I'll be adventuring with the kids, and no, maybe we don't want to bake every day, but we now have this, and we're doing it. We're going on the adventure. I'm going to dehydrate some, so we got a Ninja Foodie, and it has a dehydrating option, so I will dehydrate some too, because it's just good to have, right, for in case, like, oh, I let my sourdough starter die, whoops, you can bring it back to life. And I didn't even know you could dehydrate sourdough until recently, so kind of fantastic. I'm in a dehydrating group, and they talked about it. I'm like, this is so cool. So here we are, day one of our sourdough journey. We're kicking off. We'll post a little bit. Again, I am no expert, and so maybe that's what you need to do is come watch someone who's not an expert, because some of these accounts are so beautiful, and like they do tons of stuff, or they like make it a business, and so they're selling their stuff, which is totally cool. I'm not right now, at least. I'm taking a step back from my own business to just be mom. So anyway, welcome to day one of sourdough, and I'll see you guys later, if I can remember how to close it.